Alright, so what's good, YouTube? I'm back with another video, and before I start, I am doing an NBA 2K20 giveaway, and the winner will be announced before September 6th. And the only reason I'm doing this is literally because the support lately on my channel has been so crazy, especially for my subscriber count. And literally all you have to do to enter is really simple. Just subscribe to my channel, and the more support I get, the more giveaways I'll do. So just stay tuned for that. And like I said, the winner will be announced on September 6th, or probably before September 6th, because the game does come out on that date, so that would make sense. But now I'm about to break down literally, I would say 50 new things about NBA 2K20. And if it wouldn't be 50 things, then it would be like maybe like 45 new things about, I don't know, but the majority of them are new, and it's just some interesting stuff to talk about, and I want to break it down for you guys in this video. I don't know how long it's going to be, so hopefully you stay for like the important parts. And I'll put a timeline into this, or I'll put a timeline in the comment section, so you can just skip to any part of the video you want to, so you don't have to like watch the whole thing if you don't want to. But yeah, now let's actually get into the actual video. Alright, so what's good, YouTube? I'm back with another video, and I'm going to be talking about a lot of different things in this one, so sit back, relax, grab some food, do whatever you have to do, and I will leave a timeline in the comment section down below, so you can skip to any part you want to that I talk about. But for the first part, I do want to talk about the speed gaps between guards and big men. So you guys remember how in 2K19, where big men were able to guard guards like really easy. Like, I mean, like they were able to guard them like they were lockdown defenders, which obviously they weren't. They were big men. And when I say big men, I mean like 7'3" bigs guarding like a 6-foot guard who can actually speed boost, cross people up, do all of that. That won't be able to happen in 2K20 this year. And another thing is, the more you hold turbo with your guard, the less animations you'll be able to access, because you won't have enough energy to do it. And then also on top of that, the more you hold turbo, which is RT or R2 depending on what console you're on, your stats actually go down if you get tired. And when I say stats specifically, I mean your dribbling stats. So if your dribbling is like an 87 or something like that, it'll drop down. So like I said, you won't be able to access all the animations that you were able to access before if you hold turbo. So keep that in mind. And also, this guy actually played 2K20, and he said that the players in 2K20 actually get gassed out faster, meaning they get tired faster if you hold turbo than previous 2K. So keep that in mind as well. And you saw on the screen that I did put a guard running past the big man, and you can see the speed differences. It was a big difference between those two. So 2K20, the guards versus the big men, we should be able to actually beat them this year. Instead of big men actually running the twos, guards should be able to break them down and get to the basket easy. So that should be a plus this year. So as far as the shot meter goes, I don't really have to talk too much about it. Everybody should have played the 2K20 demo by now, and that shot meter like next to the my player's head was so damn tiny. I don't know why Mike Wang or any of the other gameplay directors made that shit so damn tiny. But that shit was so annoying. Everybody complained about it, and he did end up increasing it, and actually made a tweet about it saying that they did increase it for the full release of 2K. So in the demo, the shot meter won't be bigger in the demo, but it will be regular size like it was in 2K19 when the full version of 2K20 comes out September 6th. So that's a plus right there. And for those of you guys who don't know how to change your shot meter in the demo, because you actually are able to change it to like the 2K17 shot meter, watch one of my videos, because I did actually show you guys how to change it for those of you guys who don't know, because I know a lot of you guys probably still don't even know how. But yeah, I hope they actually make that and keep it bigger, because I don't want it to stay any smaller, because that shit was ridiculous. But that's a plus right there. At least they didn't mess that up. They messed it up, then fixed it. So that's a plus right there too. Alright, so this one right here is actually really important, especially if you play like threes. I would say twos, but this year you have to check up the ball from half court, so you can't really go behind your player or your teammate and then try to do all those moves. You can't really do any of that. So in threes, this is actually a big plus this year, because you can actually try to juke out your defender with you can actually use an animation for it. You don't have to just go left and right, but you could do like juke moves and all that, and there's actual animations for it in a way to actually do it. So this year, that's actually a big plus in the gameplay. We haven't had that in any previous 2Ks, so the fact that they added that to make it easier for us to actually get the ball off a checkup and actually score, not just run around but actually juke them and then score, that's a big plus this year, and I'm actually very excited for that. I'm personally trying to master that myself because it is kind of difficult, but at the same time, whoever actually is able to master it has a big advantage over their opponent. But I like that feature that they added in 2K20. So some of you guys might not be happy about this, but in my personal opinion, I'm actually very happy that they took out the shot contest system, only because this year you actually have to be closer on your closeout if you want to contest their shot, and it actually depends on the my player's defensive ratings, which is why I like it so much. So in previous 2Ks, you don't even have to have any type of good defense, but if you closed out right, if you closed out on time, the contest system would actually work in your favor and it would actually affect their shot. And you don't even have to have any good defense, like I said, and it will be easy for you to close out. But if your defense isn't good in 2K20 and the stats aren't up to par, then if you try to close out, you're most likely gonna be late to the closeout. I wouldn't say always, but most likely you'll end up being late to closing out the opponent. So I like that only because your defense has to be straight. If your defense on your my player isn't straight, then you're gonna struggle with that. But I'm happy that they took that out. Some of you guys might not be happy about it, like I said, but in my personal opinion, I'm excited for that. But yeah. So as far as dunk animations go, there's always going to be new dunk animations in probably every single new 2K, and literally more than half of them we won't even see in our my player, because one, we won't have the rating for it, or if we do have the rating for it, the animations just don't come as common, so it's kind of pointless. But at the same time, if you're lucky enough to get all the good animations, like the best dunk animations, then I guess you're just one of the lucky people who actually can like do it and make a mixtape out of it. But yeah, we will have dunk animations, especially the newer ones. We will have a couple new ones, and this guy said he only saw at least 10 of them, but he probably thinks there's going to be more, obviously, so just be prepared for that. So the ball handling in 2K20 is way different from previous 2Ks. As a matter of fact, you can actually use both analog sticks to dribble. So I can't explain it too in depth, only because I don't know exactly I really don't know how to explain it in like a very good way. But all I know is if you use the left analog stick, you can like perform dribble moves with that, as well as the right analog stick. So both of them go hand in hand, and it just feels a lot different from previous 2Ks. So for all of you dribble heads, dribble guys out there, and I'm trying to become one myself for 2K20, the dribbling is way better this year. Like all the dribble moves you can do, the way you can do it, and all the animations this year are way better apparently. So I'm still learning, so I don't know all the ins and outs of it. So that's just what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that it's way better from previous 2Ks. So I guess that's a plus. I mean, it depends how you take it, but overall, a lot of people think it's a plus. So there you have it. So as far as facial animations go in 2K20, the only thing I can really think of is this right here. And Kawhi Leonard's smirk is probably the most disturbing thing in his. It's just disturbing as hell. So that's the only one I could actually think of. And yeah, there's not much really to talk about with facial animations. I guess it's kind of cool that they're adding more, but at the same time, nobody really pays attention to that unless they want to make memes out of it. But yeah, there's nothing really to say about this one. Now, WNBA players are officially in 2K20, and no, we cannot actually make them as a my player, but we can actually use them in play now, and there are modes that you can actually use them in. And on top of that, even though we can't use them as a my player, I feel like you still will see them at the park, because you guys know how like you're verified and you can run around the park and you have a verification logo over your my player. I feel like the WNBA players will be verified in 2K, and they'll have their own personal my player that's a female, and we can see them at the park and all that. I feel like that'll actually be a thing, but we just won't be able to make it ourselves. So at the end of the day, I feel like there are female My players, but they won't make it so everybody can actually create one until 2K21 comes out. So that's cool, but at the same time, it's like, if a female dunks on me, it's gonna feel a lot different, because this is the first year we actually have female My players in the game. But that's a plus, actually. I actually like this feature a lot, because I just like it a lot, because the only game that actually had that was NBA Live, and the fact that 2K is actually finally implementing it in their game is just a big feature. So I'm happy for that one. So Road to 99 is officially out of 2K, and they did not bring that back in 2K20. But the path it takes to get to 99 overall this year is actually quite easier. You can see that this guy said it himself. And honestly, even Mike Wang and all of the developers said it was easier to get to 99 overall. But between 95 and 99 overall is probably the most difficult one, only because you can actually drop an overall. So let's say you're a 96 overall and your performance is bad and you keep losing games, you can actually drop from a 96 overall to a 95 overall. And this year in 2K20, the overalls are based on performance. So if you play really good, then that means you can rep up a lot faster than people who play really bad. And you can actually, like I said, you can get from 90, you can get to 97 overall, 98 overall. And if you keep playing bad, you can drop all the way to a 95 overall. But once you hit 95 overall, you can't go below a 95 no matter how bad you play. It's only between 95 overall and 99 overall. And yes, once you hit 99 overall, you can still drop to a 98 if your performance is bad. So this year, you can actually tell the difference between good and skilled good and skilled players and comp players. And then you can differentiate them from the bad players, the brown shirt players. So you'll know who's good and who's bad. If you see a 99 overall, odds are he's actually a skilled player, because he actually made it to 99 overall. But if he keeps coming around and you keep beating him, then he could get down to a 98 overall. So it is based on skill this year, and I'm actually very happy about that, because like I said, you can differentiate the good from the bad. So the rep system is back in 2K20, and a lot of people kept saying, ooh, they want the rep system back, they want this and that. But the truth is, the rep system has always been in 2K. They never actually have taken it out. But since I've been a part of the 2K community for a while now, and I know the ins and out, a lot of people are talking about specifically 2K16's rep system and 2K17's rep system. And even then, all they wanted really was the rewards that they had. The rep system has always been there, but the rewards is what everybody was talking about. And the rewards that you got for repping up in 2K19 were literally like non-existent. I mean, yeah, you could be Elite 3, but the reward, you didn't get any Tiger, you didn't get a jetpack. So that's what everybody was complaining about. But as far as rep, that was always in 2K. And the rep system in 2K20 and the rewards are looking really good. You can wear a suit, you can get a mascot, you can get all types of things. So I wonder what the secret reward will be this year. I doubt it's going to be a tiger, but who actually knows? It might be something along those lines. It might be a dog or something like that. I don't know, but it's probably going to be something completely random, and I'm actually very hyped for that. Now, something new that a lot of us have been asking about, but now that we actually got it, you guys are talking about, ooh, why are you guys adding all this unnecessary shit? But we've been asking for this for literally like 3 years straight. We wanted seasons in 2K, which means we wanted it to snow at the park. We wanted the trees to look different. We wanted a Halloween themed park. Like, we're actually getting that this year in 2K20, and the fact that we got it is a big plus. But then at the same time, you guys are actually complaining on Twitter, talking about they're worrying about the wrong things. They're adding random stuff in 2K, but in reality, we've been asking for this for so long, and we finally got it. So at the end of the day, I think this is actually a step forward. And I feel like in 2K21, they're obviously going to add more seasons, but this is just a step forward, and I'm actually very excited for this as well. I actually can't wait for the Christmas theme one, because that's dope as hell, but this is really good. So now that we got themed neighborhoods, the next step is we get more events, and we also get more mini games. mini games as in like a new dodgeball area, because as you can see it does look like a western themed dodgeball mini game, and that's pretty cool as well. They just upgraded from last year. And there's also a racetrack with go-karts, obviously, so that's obviously new. That's going to be in 2K20. Now as far as that goes, I don't know if that's going to be like an event, or I don't know if that's going to be like a mini game. I don't know any of that, but in my opinion, I feel like it's going to be a mini game, because if dodgeball is going to be a mini game, then racing with go-karts around the neighborhood should be a mini game as well. I don't know if you win that race, you get like VC or anything like that. I don't know, but I think that's a dope addition that they added in 2K20. It's unnecessary, but it's kind of realistic at the same time, because it's just an extra mini game within a basketball game. So it's getting more and more realistic every single year. So this is a cool thing. I can't wait to actually try that out. So as well as everything else, I'm excited for this. Probably like top 3 most excited for. So this is gonna be crazy. So this is also going to be new too. There's going to be 3-on-3 ProAm events. So you guys know how in ProAm you have to play 5-on-5 full court. There's going to be 3-on-3s. So that's going to be way different from previous 2Ks. Not much to talk about with this one, but for those of you guys who actually play ProAm a lot, this is going to be a good addition for you guys. So this one right here, for those of you guys who saw the My Park trailer, which literally should be 100% of the community, you guys saw that there was a ramen restaurant in that trailer. Now I think the restaurant is kind of similar to that juice stand that was in 2K18.
Like a juice?
Yeah, if it's not too much trouble. What's your Stankonia?
Apple, lemon, ginger, and almond juice.
All right, I'll get one of those.
Cool.
Cool.
I was napping.
Yeah, I saw that.
Nap as soon as you get tired, right? I mean, that's what our hunter-gatherer ancestors used to do. Wherever I am, whatever I'm doing, if I'm tired, take a nap. I mean, how do you think cavemen used to live to 150 years old?
I'm pretty sure that's not true.
Look, right now we're out of some of my best stuff, but I'm sure you'll love this one. My juices are designed specifically to give you a little bit of extra energy.
Oh, really?
Absolutely. So, come back when you're worn out and looking to put in a little extra work with the team. I'm a big fan, by the way. Been watching you for a bit.
Oh, word?
No, not really. But I know who you are. I'm Derek, by the way. Namaste.
Huh. Namaste, Derek. That was actually pretty good. I'll see you around, man.
So for those of you guys who actually played 2K18, because that was one of the worst 2Ks ever, if you guys had the patience to actually play that game, you guys should remember the juice stand that was actually in 2K18, where you spawned in the neighborhood and the juice stand was literally like right next to you. So I think the ramen restaurant has something to do, like it has something to do with that, and it works kind of similar to that, but at the same time it could just be for like looks and all that. You might not even be able to like go in the restaurant or anything like that. But as far as that goes, I think they kind of like pushed it in the trailer. Like they made sure we saw it, so that's what makes everybody think that it has something to do with, like, it's a big part of 2K. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm actually kind of curious to see what you can actually do with it. But if you can't do anything with it, I won't be surprised and I won't be mad about that, because at the end of the day, it is a basketball game, and all this extra stuff they're adding, it's pretty dope and cool, but it's unnecessary. But yeah, that's gonna be dope as hell too. So a lot of you guys actually wanted to know about Hairstyles on 2K20. According to this guy, by the way, he is verified on Twitter, and he's been in the community for so long, not even just 2K, but other games as well. And he actually got his hands on this game and played it early. He said that there's no new hairstyles, and from the gameplays and all that, I don't really see any new hairstyles that much. But if I'm wrong, just correct me in the comment section. But as far as hairstyles go in 2K20, it's not looking good. We're probably gonna have the same hairstyles like we always have. There's never really any new hairstyles in any 2K. It's been the same hairstyles for a while now. But I feel like they might update the hairstyles throughout the year, just like they're gonna update the music and all that, because it doesn't take long to update the game. Like, they could drop an update just like that and it could be instant. They don't even have to make it so we have to download the update. It can literally just be instant, like roster updates. It could be something like that, but at the end of the day, it's probably gonna cost like another gigabyte just to update the game, because that's just what 2K does. But as of right now, there's no new hairstyles, and I wish there was, but there isn't. But that's the whole video right there. It's literally the longest video I've ever made on my channel. It's nearly 20 minutes long. That's why I put the timestamps in the comment section below, the timelines, so you guys can skip to any part you want to. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys with this video. If you actually watched the whole thing, that's actually really impressive. Comment down below if you watched the whole thing, because I'd be really surprised and you might get a reward for it. But that's all I have for you guys with this video. So if you made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, am doing the 2K20 giveaway, and I will announce the winner before September 6th, which is when the game comes out. And yeah, that's all I got, and I'm out. Peace.